Cool. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, g'day. Hello. Welcome to a race. We've got Ceci versus Qusteka tonight.
Yeah, Ceciliya and Qusteka.
Yeah. Gonna be a lot of fun.
Right.
Yeah, they've begun. Off we go.
Everything that lives is designed to
So
end.
starting out, we've got about
We
a
are
minute and a half
perpetually
of
trapped
untampered
in a never-ending
gameplay.
spiral of life
Okay,
and
you can't
death.
do jack.
Yeah,
This
this is very fun,
some kind
especially
of
in very
punishment?
short categories. You get to just reset and watch this every time.
Yeah, for me personally, this is like my break time. Like, I don't even take a break between runs. I just use this minute and a half to chill. Works out nice, yeah.
So, before we actually get into the run, if this is your first run, the shmup sequences are going to seem pretty optimized, and that's because they are fairly well optimized, and there's a couple tricks that they can do, AI manipulations and stuff like that, and we'll point that out in a second. Is there anything you want to say before the run actually starts proper?
Ooh, I want to give a big hey gamers to everyone.
Hey gamers.
Nothing new there. Yeah, hope you're all excited. We're just about to come up to the combat in about 20, 15 seconds. Around then. Yeah, it's oh yeah, okay, they can move now.
Yeah,
so what you're seeing there, they're gonna swap around some items, move around the AI a little bit.
All that does is just make menuing quicker later on in prologue. They are going to do an AI manip here. They're going to push the left ship over a little bit to the left, and it's going to kill one of the machines in front of them. Oh, Qusteka misses it. Let's see if Ceci gets it. Ceci gets it.
That's good.
And again, getting hit by the lasers are intentional to get rid of some recoveries, so that they can do quicker menuing later on in prologue. So
Yeah,
there is
sorry gamer. I've got a bit of fun trivia. For fun trivia tonight, Yoko Taro actually wanted to make a top-down shooter game, but Square Enix said no. So, as a counter to that, he tried to fit in as much as he could.
I actually didn't know that.
Under this section. Yeah, he's wanted to do it for like a decade, but Square Enix kept on saying no. Not gonna happen, buddy.
Sounds very Yoko Taro.
yeah, along with his famous T-shirt video. You've seen that one, haven't you? Oh, let me find a link. I'll put it in chat. Better not leave these guys out fully. So what are we seeing here, Shabu?
I mean, it's pretty much just optimized shmup. The only non-optimization that I've seen is they didn't go for the AI manip 2, which I think only 2 runners go for right now, and it's not because it's hard, it's just that people don't go for it. It saves about a second, so it doesn't do a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. But we're going into this kind of factory section, and this is gonna... Wow, how many times can I say gonna? But again, pretty optimized shmup sequence. They're gonna probably hit some of these things, use up the rest of their items so that they can do quicker menuing later on, and then eventually they're gonna break through the door, and the actual beat 'em up gameplay is gonna start.
Yep. So here we've got it's a bit more different from your mother's kind of top down. Now we're going sideways. Very similar to Galaga, I believe, has a similar system, left to right. Maybe? Am I wrong? Who knows? Who cares? Right, now we're in the real fun part. We're in the more top-down version. How do you describe this? Like a freeform?
It's like a top-down, but on a 3D plane. And you will see that there is optimization to the shmup, because you can see that Ceciliya is pulling ahead against Qusteka. So Ceciliya gets the breakthrough a decent amount faster than Qusteka, so there is quite a bit of optimization there.
So
you want to explain
go into that. Oh, go ahead.
Do you want to explain damage glitch?
Damage glitch. Well, Whew. Let me tell you a thing or two about that. Pretty much. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's really rapt about this and they haven't already heard this a million times. So damage glitching is a way that we can, well, double damage glitching, which is the new and revised hot version, is a way that we can implement. Oh, did she?
Yeah, she missed one hit. It doesn't cost a lot of time, but that's interesting. I don't see that super often.
Yeah.
Qusteka misses it too. Ooh. That actually brings them a bit closer.
Yeah. So double damage glitching. We'll go over that. Double damage glitching is our primary source of damage output. It's when you'll see the runners do a dash and then throw out their weapon. This on its own, that does around 5 times the normal damage of a regular attack. However, get ready for this. Do you want to know why we call it double dashing, Sharby?
Double damage?
You're correct. Do you know how that happens?
Why do we call it double dashing? Pipes, please tell me.
Damage.
Please tell me why.
Because we do it twice. We do it twice. We swap our weapon, and we throw it out again while the other one is still in midair. But you'll only see that happen when we get to Adam.
Wow. Radical.
Wrapping, like, truly wrapping stuff. It's amazing.
So this, the silos are what we call these cylindrical areas, and honestly, it's a lot like the shmup, where it's just optimized combat. It's knowing where the enemies are going to be, where they're going to appear, and kind of placing a damage glitch where they are. This part's pretty fun on Cecilia's screen. If you look over there, she's going to try and round them up, I think, if she's going to go for the laser trick.
Oh yeah, she's going.
And yep, gets two of them. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Okay.
This part, honestly, it's just quicker to go towards where you entered and then end where you exit. And so we're coming up on one of actually the hardest skips in the game, which is bridge skip.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, bridge skip.
And first try.
Yeah, beautiful, clean, crisp, pure, quality gaming. So bridge skip. Do you want to elaborate a bit about how it came to be and what it means for us as Nier Automata runners?
I think you would know a little bit more about how it came to be. I've actually been running this game for about a year now.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, Qusteka gets it first try too. Let's go, Qusteka.
Beautiful, yeah, hell yeah.
Wait, God Laser? No, not God Laser.
No, only four boys.
Yeah.
So one thing I'd also like to point out about the prologue is, in my own opinion, prologue is probably one of the more content-rich areas of the run. As you've got plenty of mandatory enemies to kill. However, for the bulk of the rest of the run, it turns mostly into boss fights. Like, the majority of what you do is boss fights, but prologue is just content rich.
Yeah, it has a lot of fighting and a lot of movement, which we'll see a lot of movement, but a lot of it is getting from point A to point B. Point A being boss 1, point B being the next boss, and that's pretty much it. I wonder if Cecilia's going for angle swag.
I did see her practicing it last night. Oh,
yes,
she is! Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is exciting.
Come on.
This is, like, brand new, and it's got some fancy tech. Oh, let's go. This actually could soft
she's got it. Yeah, nice.
Yes, no soft block.
Beautiful. Good shit.
That's so cool. So, in this game, we get extra height by doing attacks, which if you played through it yourself, you would maybe know about lift, which is when you do a jump and a heavy right after it, and it gives you this kind of upswing with the sword. So that gives you a pretty high jump, so to speak, and it's much higher than your initial double jump. Oh.
I wouldn't bet on that.
Had a little flash for a second there. Game's back.
Oh,
but yeah, we're good. But basically, then you string together heavies, which give you a little bit more height. All of this stuff just gives you, just to get that extra tiny bit more height that you need for a lot of these skips, because a lot of them are very, very precise.
So, what are we seeing here, Sharpie?
Did Ceciliya go buffless?
I believe she did.
Okay, so this is actually a pretty tight window. You're going to be throwing out damage glitches where
I think Qusteka. Oh no, Qusteka's going for a buff.
Nope.
Alright.
I go for buff. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I do as well.
I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah. I'd rather go for the buff than deal with the embarrassment of
Oh, seriously?
living through one phase. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for real.
Mm.
I've done the buff. I've thought, all right, I'm going buffless, and then at the end I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna buff, and then I've missed it.
Yeah.
That's worse than going for buffless and missing it.
Yeah.
This part is
like, yeah. If you do that, like you're kind of scrambling right at the end of that little arm bit there to throw out as many lasers as you can.
Yeah.
Or,
This
or
part
try and
is
jump up there. Yeah.
entirely timed, by the way. So they can do all of this fancy whatever the heck they want. Honestly, we might see Ceciliya go for, going for some fancy slow-mo and damage. Slow-mo is basically when you initiate a pod program and you hold it, it slows everything around you down. And now that's normally bad because it's a speed run, but the fun thing is in timed sections, slow-mo doesn't matter. As long as you get the kill or as long as the amount of time threshold has happened, but in some cases it can actually slow your run down considerably. So knowing when to do that and when not to do that is something you learn over time.
Pointing out that slow it down section. What Ceci's currently going through now, this phase, if you were to use pod slow-mo here, it would be a prime example of when it can work against you. As you're essentially just adding more and more time until he dips under the bridge and comes back up.
Alright, Ceciliya is still allowed to be on my cool person list. Oh wait. Oh, showing off a little bit.
Caravan Ride asks, how long are these speedruns?
These speedruns?
Within an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Hour and 45.
Yeah, depending on the
runner,
runner.
really.
Yeah, like world record is 125?
124.54.
124?
Loadless, yep.
Yeah, that's right.
God knows how the hell he does it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was considering going over to his place and just cutting the power if he went any further with it, but you can try.
I mean, that's what happens when you get over 1,000 hours in Nier. Now, one thing I'd like to point out here that Ceciliya going to jump in the middle? I think that actually does lose a little bit of time. It loses a few frames. If you're not standing in the middle, then the camera has to pan over to 9S rather than straight up.
Do we have the formation of a science stream happening here? You gonna test this out?
I'm just throwing out my wacky theories that I'm
give it a go.
That I'm known for. Pod B saves time.
So what we're seeing here, just more enemies to kill before we get to the fight. Cece's going for more pod slow-mo here. That's interesting. Oh, off to the laser. I don't know if that was intentional.
Yeah, I think the laser is intentional. I do a laser there as well because it can take them out, but we call that split ninjas. Pretty much everyone calls it ninjas, and it's because they do this back jump where they have invincibility frames, and it just, so many people tilt so hard because it's just like you'll laser and they dodge it. It's awful.
Oh, Qusteka getting a pretty nice angles.
Yes, that was pretty good. Let's see how he does on ninjas.
Alright, here we go. Got a dead 9S, looking good, looking hot.
No cutscene skip, that's rough. You can miss that, that's very easy to miss.
Ooh. Oh, that was pretty decent.
Ooh, let's see.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's actually, that's alright. That's still faster than Ceci's, I think.
It was good.
Ooh, forgets to cutscene skip there as well, that's unfortunate. That is going to cost him a decent amount of time. So this part is another kind of timed thing. You pray to the gods for the correct RNG on angles here, because when 9S or when 2B says to 9S, "I told you to shut up," he's going to try and punch you. But if if Angles, the giant robot guy in the middle, is going to punch you. But there is a chance that he throws out another move, and that takes up just time that literally is out of your control.
It's pretty heartbreaking as well to have that amount of RNG at play.
especially in prologue.
I'd say overall this game is very RNG, which is not to say that there aren't like other bits of RNG throughout the run, but overall I think it's a very based on your skill kind of game as to how you'll perform.
I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
There are most RNG elements really don't add up to enough time to make or break a run unless you're at Kanaris level where it's a 124, you know.
Yeah.
You really are just looking to save frame.
Ceci got around like a 15:01 there. That's a pretty solid prologue.
It's pretty good. I think
yeah,
she'd
most,
be a little
most
disappointed.
prologues, yeah, knowing her.
Yeah,
most prologues, yeah, they usually around the 14:45 to 15:15 range. For our more experienced players, so it was pretty good, pretty solid.
Especially in a race, because you never know what you're going to get in a race. It's not a PB attempt where you're resetting when you get punches from angles. Qusteka getting a 150. That's pretty respectable.
Yeah.
Sub 16 is good.
Okay, once.
Alrighty. Oh, yep. He just got a good little walking skip there. Very important.
Yeah. Ceci did not get that actually.
Oh really? Ooh. Well,
no.
I know who my money's on now.
I'm just saying, if we're talking consistency, looking at ninjas and that walking animation, I don't know.
I don't know. Beautiful.
Oh. Okay, right. So does Ceci go for? Okay, so she goes for the heavy hold.
That's a good one. That's a bit more of a recent one compared to the usual pod launch we see. Heavy holds started happening.
Ooh, gets cut on the elevator, or it gets caught on the elevator a little bit, and then gets a hard plunge. You can dash out of the plunge animation, and that saves, obviously again a couple frames. But there's another. I wonder if Qusteka will go for the actual dialogue skip with 9S for the save points. Which is actually something I didn't find the dialogue skip, but
you wanna take all the glory for it, do you?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, the way to get 9S to follow you, other people made it better. let's just be clear. Nope. Qusteka goes for the heavy hold too.
Yeah.
That's what most runners go for.
Why are we making such a big fuss over like something as small as this?
Because we're horrible commentators and because we can't get by on our personality pipes.
Yeah. My personality and a very well-rounded and dynamic voice. Yeah, so Ceci's gone into the second shmup now.
Oh, going for the stick flicks. We see the stick flicks. Is she gonna get it? Oh, that's pretty good. Sorry, I'm not shoutcasting.
You can go in if you want.
I'm getting ready. I'm heating up.
Yep. You pepping up.
But yeah, we see Qusteka's just starting that shmup sequence, so there is a considerable lead on Ceci's part. But honestly, anything can happen in this game. Do you have anything to say? Or are we just
sorry, I was just memeing in chat there.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. Do you have chat open, by the way?
Open.
Pipes is a VOD. Ooh. Excuse you. Wow. Anyway, back to the game. So Ceci's going into one of our first cutscene skips. What we do in these cutscenes is we'll jump or do a dash swing into them. And usually when you go into a cutscene, you have like this pre-cutscene bit where your character starts walking. However, this skips that. It's saving
According to our
3
intel,
seconds.
none of the machines in this area are hostile. I've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. Just standing
I'm sorry.
stare into space.
I like the confidence. I like the confidence that you said that, Pipes.
Yep.
Is it 3 seconds?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, something like that.
All right, I'm getting chat open. I want to join the party.
We should probably go talk to their leader
Beautiful
first.
party here. Alright, so now we're coming into Resilience Camp. This is kind of like a central hub of operations here for the Nier game. Because you very much care about the story when you're speedrunning. So what you see Ceci doing here is running through, grabbing all the quests, just starting like getting to know you right at the start of the game. Very boring, mundane stuff.
Speed dating.
However,
This must have been quite a city once upon a
do not
time.
underestimate how much we have
Vegetation to
optimized
claim
this
most
route.
of it now.
So, I don't remember the exact details, but soon we'll be coming up to a bit where I believe it was, who was it? Was it MT or Metherium?
This is 2B.
Who has
Moving to
figured
report.
out which exact robots to kill on the second part of this quest line to get all the parts so you're not wasting time killing unnecessary robots that are all right next to each other.
Feeling nice has no bearing on
Yeah, I don't know if it was it MT or Metherium.
Let's get these back to the trader.
Are you?
I think it might have been
Plant life
MT.
has claimed most of
That,
the
Maybe.
area.
sounds about right. I'm so sorry, Metherium, if we're wrong,
Yeah.
or if it's someone else entirely. Do you want to tell them which robots you do want to kill?
Huge boars
Oh, it
inside.
says he dropping some.
I would tell you.
It's the level 5s, I'm pretty sure.
Me too, thanks. I just killed them
MT.
all.
Okay.
Let's
kill 'em all.
call on MT out. I see that. We
Yeah.
need confirmation. Tech.
Man, these chores are a real pain in the
Just
butt.
replace the PC with PS4, and that's correct. PS4 runners, Dan's game. I agree. I'm a commentator, actually. I'm unbiased. Both are fantastic.
Yeah,
I
Unbiased.
loved. Unbiased. Unbiased
Unbiased.
commentary here.
I'm biased.
Yes. Unbiased. That's unbiased commentary from Pipes.
Yep.
So again,
It was
just
independently discovered. Okay, so I believe what this means is that we had a team, an external team, figure out the map. They looked at the data, and they came
This
back to
game-
us and they said,
Was this game ever fixed on PC? No, but there is a mod that we run called FAR, which if you look at the top left of the runner screens, you can see that there's stuff on the screen that we require runners to show to prove that they're not doing anything fishy. That sounded a lot more accusatory than I meant for it to. But yeah, FAR helps the game out and makes it run a lot easier because it gets rid of stuff like global illumination, which is something the game runs at ultra all the time for no reason. And
"It is a very pretty game though when you're not running it in potato mode. Like like I'm sure all of you may have guessed. Like when you speedrun a game on PC, you're gonna set all the graphics down to 0.
ooh, Ceci
So get all
missing
your
that.
frames.
It's gonna cost a couple seconds.
This game itself is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
We crank it up.
And you don't want to get me started on the score.
Ooh.
You know for a fact that you don't.
Are we getting a snippet to your next video?
This is
actually
just a
gonna do it.
podcast. All right. So, what Ceci's doing here? We used to take an animal to all the way to this barricade that we're going to see. Character's name is Jackass, so I'm allowed to say that. And Jackass blows up the barricade, and you go through, and that's a whole thing. We're actually going to be able to totally skip that with a really cool trick. And we used to ride an animal all the way there, but since the start of Loadless, we have now started doing a save scum after this next boss fight, and this movement is going to be the birth of the necessary, the I can words very well.
What, it's like 2 AM for you at the moment?
It is 2 a.m. I've been up for a while.
Understandable, yeah.
It's been a long day. But yeah, this is all just clean movement, and the game has auto lock on, so you'll see they won't be doing these dash heavies, which kind of look like these spinning, like the character is spinning. That's actually slightly faster, but every single one is a risk because you can do a heavy hold and that loses the time that 3 of those would make up. But you can't do them if there's an enemy nearby because it locks onto the enemy automatically. Oh, Ceci goes back in bounds.
Yeah.
Oh no. It doesn't
Damn,
cost a lot of
that's,
time, but that's a few seconds, like 4 or 5 seconds.
That's 4 seconds. You're never getting back.
That
Never.
is 4 seconds.
Mm,
That's a decent amount of time.
This sand sure is slippery.
I'm feeling full.
I wonder if Ceci knows the. I'm sure she does. I'm sure that Ceci knows the optimized sand sliding
Oh, absolutely.
that
Yes.
Ignaris is.
We've also had our
finally
also had
pioneered.
our independent teams work through that one. Alright, so we're currently working our way forward to the second boss here. This is the, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is be the second longest split in the game,
The first being.
I imagine. Yeah, the first being the longest, being prologue.
Uh-huh.
So the game does start off pretty slow.
Grun is
How
pretty
about, like-
long.
Yeah, Grun's like 11 minutes.
Yeah, so I guess this would be the second
this would be
longest.
second
I was thinking of
longest,
sub
yeah.
splits, but yeah, go ahead. Good to continue.
Yeah, so the game does have a pretty slow start. However, once we kind of get through this point is where we start getting into like one
Oh,
boss.
stupid
every-
rock attempt.
every
Oh!
five-ish. Beautiful! Wow.
That was a pretty good stupid rock.
Jeez.
It's heading for that
Alright, alright, we've got a Qusteka. Oh, clips right through.
What?
Very nice, very nice.
Just
Alright.
gotta make myself feel cool for when I absolutely get destroyed in every single one of my races.
Yeah.
Gotta inflate my ego a little bit, Pipes.
Alright, Qusteka's going for the Desert Discovery skip here. Let's see if he makes it. Yep, looks like he's got it.
So that is actually what the correct thing looks
Spot on.
like, and it totally
Beautiful.
skips that cutscene skip that you have to do.
Oh, here we go. Ceci's coming up to the Desert Housing skip.
This is
Desert
fun.
Housing skips about maybe, what would you say, about half a minute
thought
to
it
a
was-
minute of
I
content?
thought it was, yeah, it was like 30 seconds, 45 seconds.
Yeah, actually, it's a pretty decent time save. Oh, second try. Very nice, very nice.
Pretty good.
It's a pretty tight clip, that one.
That is a very tight clip. You have to get on that rail and shove yourself in. I would do a mackerel race, by the way, Tech. As I've
Mackerel
run
race.
it almost 200 hours or 200 times. But yeah, that's right. But
Alright, here we go.
oh.
Is Cece gonna go for the void out, or is she gonna go for the? Oh, she's going for it.
platformless.
Oh, please,
Platformless?
please, no soft lock.
Oh!
Oh,
It's
shit.
not a soft lock.
Okay.
It's not a soft
Alright.
lock.
Yeah.
She is good.
Oh, she got
is
it.
platformless.
Damn, that
I
looks
didn't
like
hear
it
the
wasn't.
braking.
Yeah, me
that-
too.
Ooh, that was pretty monkey ass. I was about to explain what happens when you
good
get
job.
stuck in there.
Yeah, good job. Because alright, so for clarification, if you get stuck, if you miss the trigger there,
Sixth try.
yeah,
Sorry.
you've got to kind of like shift your way around and like kind of climb up the wall there
Wow,
to get back up on that platform.
Qusteka getting a pretty good stupid rock as well.
Mm.
Landing right next to the robot. Continue explaining platformless. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to point
Yeah.
that out.
So if you fall in the pit, like we like to call it a soft lock, but it is very possible to get out of there. However, it's
It's a reset.
messy, and it costs you maybe up to like 2 or 3 minutes if you've got it going on. You know.
I have gotten very good at getting out of it. But
I haven't. I just reset.
yeah, I mean when you're not in a race setting, that's the kind of luxury you have.
Absolutely. Alright. Oh,
Okay.
Qusteka got a first go on the desert
So-
housing clip.
Kazan Dabes. Basically, what happens is you're skipping a whole. Cecilia interacting with chat during her run. That's impressive, actually. But what happens with Desert Complex Skip? This is just clean combat, by the way. So I can explain a little bit of what happens
Oh,
there.
hold on.
You'll see
Qusteka's
Qusteka going
going
through
for
it.
Going.
Gets
Oh,
that.
Qusteka's going for it as well. Oh, come on.
Going
Yeah,
for
he's
the
got it.
platform?
Very
Okay.
nice. Very clean.
So you have to
Very
get that platform to break, or you won't. You'll land in the pit, and you won't be able to get. You'll be able to get back out, but you have to get back on that platform. So what you do is you have to hit all the necessary triggers as you're going through, but you are skipping about four little cutscenes, 3 of which are unskippable when you go through them, and that skip is very difficult. Killing Adam here.
Very nice Adam fight. there.
That was actually a really good Adam fight. Sub 30.
Yeah, sub 30 is like that's premium. We've got a premium run going on here. Beautiful. Haven't seen one of these for 20 years. Alright, Qusteka's working through the mobs here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how good of a pit fight he has.
Yep. See you in the pit. Working for
Glory.
it. Working for it.
Glory D. Bunnykins.
What the hell?
You should keep watching. I don't care if you're tired. You should keep watching. We value you being here. Okay, so this is the second part of the save scum that we've set up and talked about. If you want to take this one, Pipes? I feel like I'm talking a lot.
Excuse me, hello? Sorry,
Hello?
sorry, what's that?
Do you want to explain the second part of the save scum here? So,
Yeah. Yeah, so the second part here, what we do, see Ceci is clipping through a box, running through. Now, on the minimap, if you look at the minimap, you'll see there's like a highlighted grey area. This is an area where we can save and load our game. Well, save, you can load the game anywhere. So,
oh, it is
so what you do
RTA.
is you, oh, it is? Yeah,
The timers
shit.
are RTA.
I think both of them still have the timers on their individual streams, so we should be able to...
Mm-hmm. Check that. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just message them on.
Jeez, all this clipping. Sure, this isn't a Bethesda game.
No.
It is pretty broken. The walls are basically paper thin. If you look for a clip, you will find one. Just about everywhere. Except for where it matters, of course. Okay, so this is after you kill Adam, you know, his brother comes out of his body and the gaping wound naturally, as all other siblings are born, and then they basically just say, I'm out, and they run away. And so we're going to an amusement park, because, you know what, we need to take a break, and we're gonna go have some fun at Disneyland. It's actually not true.
Qusteka's just come through with a clean Adam fight.
We should probably
Very
check
nice.
this. Looks like our surface route's been cut off.
I'm sorry to hear that, Tiffany.
So 2B, those
It's a
machines
very
are
fun
definitely
speedrun, I
just
promise.
like androids, right?
Right.
But we androids were modeled after
I said Eve comes out of Adam's body. Did I say Adam comes out of Eve's body or something?
There's no point
Either
trying
way,
to
it's
work
kinda
out
hot.
unsolvable problems.
We're going to Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland.
Didn't he? Yeah, so coming up here, we've got another cutscene, an intro cutscene skip. So we pull off a double lift off this tree stump. Oh, Cece's. Oh,
Ooh.
damn, very nice. That's a good
That
save.
was-
So typically we'll go for a double lift, but as you saw there, Ceci is improvised and pulled off a non-double lift into there, saving 4 seconds.
Yes. So this is a really fun skip. Is she going for auto scroller coaster? God, that's too hard to say. The auto roller coaster skip. Do you know if she's going for that? 'Cause that would be incredible.
I'm unfamiliar if she's been practicing.
Okay, well we'll see. This is nope, going for just normal. So this is what we call Let's Play skip, because it's not a Let's Play, it's a speedrun. Cue laugh track. Everyone makes that joke every single time, and I will not be the one to end that tradition. Basically what you do is you go out of bounds to skip, obviously, a cutscene. That's basically what we do to go, like, why we're going out of bounds, because the triggers in this game are very interesting, to say the least. There's a lot of mandatory ones, and then there's a lot of not so mandatory ones. But you still need to get the trigger. It's messed up. So that's what happens a lot of the time when we're out of bounds. Our specific movements are hitting a trigger while out of bounds, and then going back in bounds to skip that.
2B,
Yes.
people who know me well usually call me
Alright, what do we have here? What do we have here? We've got a very beautiful scene.
I mean,
So I'm going to elaborate a bit about how beautiful the scene is, and the music that goes into it.
You're not gonna goad me into talking about music for an hour. There's still an hour left.
It'll happen at some point. It'll happen
Oh,
at
I'm
some
sure
point.
it will. It will.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is an auto scroller. Hence, if you skip this roller coaster, it's called auto scroller coaster. Jesus, I tried so hard to get it that time. Auto scroller coaster skip.
There you go. There you go.
We got it. Proud of me too. You want to explain this boss fight a little bit?
Oh, do I ever. This boss fight is actually really lovely. And when you play through the other routes in this game, it's actually quite emotionally touching as well. So what we're dealing with here is a very big robot.
One sec, I'm so sorry. This is for you, Kazandabes, if I'm saying your name right. Auto scroller coaster skip. Boom.
Got it.
Okay,
Beautiful.
continue, sorry.
There's my boy. Alright, so we'll be seeing in this fight, it just starts out as a very, very normal fight. You know, the boss comes out, big boy, got some attacks.
Oh no! That's not even a one cycle.
Oh yeah, jeez.
That's a 2 cycle. Usually you want to get a half cycle. 0 cycle is too fast and it'll actually end up taking more time, and then 1 cycle is longer than a half cycle. So you want to get the half cycle, but the 2 cycle is the worst possible thing. That's I cannot imagine that Ceci is very happy with that.
Yeah, knowing her, she'll be very much resisting the urge to reset.
I'm
Alright,
sorry.
So going into our
best.
first little hacking scene now. Now we'll come up into a cutscene. And past here, the boss Simone, or Bovar, whichever one you want to call her. We'll start.
Oh
you see
wait,
these little
Qusteka's
crosses.
going for auto scroller coaster
Wait,
skip.
is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is wild. So this is incredibly hard to do and can end up costing you a lot of time.
Alright, come on.
Come on.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
He gets
Hell yeah.
it. So what this does allows you to skip that roller coaster and get this extra juicy EXP, which we'll need later in the run because we're skipping so much. We're going to be incredibly underleveled. And so, oh no, they're going for virtuous dignity. They're going for spear dashing. This is wild.
Shit. He's going in.
He's going in.
Is he going to get it? Does he have enough time?
I think he does. He might need to slow-mo a little bit. He's not going out of bounds. He went in bounds. I don't know if he's actually going to have enough time. This could be a waste. He's going to miss out on all the XP from roller coaster, and he's not going to get virtuous dignity. This is going to be a little bit nuts.
Alright, he's creeping up on that time limit.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
All right.
Come on. You got this.
I'm sorry,
you got this.
Cecilia. I know we should commentate your run, and we'll explain the death warp in a second, but this is just too exciting. I can't take my eyes away. Oh, this is... Oh.
Oh shit,
So-
he's so close.
It's so close.
Come on, you can make
Come
it.
on. Come on.
A little bit more.
Ooh.
Yeah, yep.
Alright, so what this
Yeah,
allows...
he got it. Oh, spear dashing is happening.
Wow,
this,
that was close.
This is a very new skip to the community.
like a week and a half old.
Yeah, a week and a
I
half
think.
maybe? I haven't even bothered
Like
playing
the
around with
skip
it
has been
myself.
around for a long time, but the more consistent setup that allows us to actually do it in A is crazy. It's just here soon. And this allows us to do an entirely different movement tech. This Qusteka's run is going to look entirely different to Ceci's because he
And
has
also really pixelated.
this. Yeah, very pixelated.
The
If you
bitrate dies.
if you have a problem with Qusteka almost dying there.
He's good.
It's good though. Wow,
good.
that's nuts.
He's a god gamer.
And gets the half cycle. This is huge actually. I very in favor of.
He might actually catch up to Ceci here. We'll see how it goes.
There is a chance. This is nuts. I'm legitimately hyped right now. If Qusteka can have a very clean run and have the spear dashing, there's a shot. So you're going to be hearing a lot of beeping, and the kind of black and white
Which
thing
one
on
actually
Cecilia's
has game audio
screen.
going through?
Cecilia.
Oh, Cecilia's got game audio? Okay.
Yeah. So, if he gets VC3, Virtuous Contract, our tiny sword that we throw out and make spin, that's VC, Virtuous Contract, what we call V3, VC. For the third time, I will say that. You can upgrade it, which we did at the very beginning. VC3 is Virtuous Contract, which is the small sword that we throw out, also known as VC3, or VC, and then we upgrade it to VC3, we try. Anyways. So the reason that Ceci is beeping, do you want to explain that? Because I've hogged the comms beyond
It's
belief.
all good. It's all good. Please hog the comms and anyway, so what Ceci is doing here? So at the end of
Looking
Simone,
for a
you'll
lore.
see You'll see Qusteka do it as well. They'll self-destruct. Now this is in setup with just about what's going to happen with Ceci. So we self-destruct to get our health low. Then we go back to Pascal, say g'day. They send us off back to Resistance Camp. Now instead of traveling back from the Resistance Camp all the way to Pascal, we do a death warp. And that death warp is set up by the self-destruct after Bovar. And yeah, that's about it. Not much more to say.
Yeah,
just
didn't get attacked by the animal.
It's always a fun little thing to play a prank on people that haven't seen a stream before and go, oh shit, I know, oh no, wow, oh it killed me, jeez.
Don't call PETA.
It's like got a bit of a haha gotcha gamers moment, you know?
Gotcha gamers.
Yeah.
We're edgy and hip with the people.
I'm a cool meme boy. A meme daddy even.
Meme
alright, so
daddy.
Ceci's getting
never say that again.
Alright. Oh, Ceci's firing a little bit too
Oh.
much.
Alright.
There we go, alright, yep. Oh no, what happened? Oh god!
Oh no!
I can't, it's all
Wow.
over. Oh no.
We are great at feigning surprise.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to
geez,
point out that
gosh.
Qusteka was doing spear dashes, which
Oh, he's already begun doing them.
he's already equipped it. So spear dashing. I can't. You got to take this one for me. I do know how to explain
Spear
it.
dashing. It's be my guest.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
you put- So
Yeah.
to make it so that you can keep damage glitching, we want to put the spear in the light slot, because we do heavy slot with the small sword, and that allows us to spin and do lots of damage. But if we put the spear in the light slot, and then we alternate this kind of attack pattern, you'll get this spinning move with the spear that you see on Quest's screen, and then you self-destruct to cancel it, and then you keep doing that back and forth, and you get this really quick movement known as spear dashing. SD is insane. SD
Absolutely.
meaning self-destruct, and it just has so many applications. It stops your momentum, it stops animations, it's just so applicable to all sorts of things, allows you to do an extra heavy to get more height. The list is not endless, but it's pretty large.
Yeah, no. Let's find another route.
So,
Yes,
do you want to explain what's about to come up?
Oh, do I want to explain angle skip? Well, let me
know
tell
you
you a
do.
little thing about depression
The
and
flight units should be in that building up ahead.
Oh, I could tell you a thing or
vitriol
two.
for yeah.
I could definitely
can-
tell you a thing or two.
We can both go into our depression.
Let's get our doctors on stream.
Yeah, call them in.
No, please.
Anyway, so angle skip. What we're doing here is we're coming up to a fight on top of a roof. However, in the wall that leads onto the next area of the game, there was a little hole left over in that wall. And what we're trying to do here is all we need to do is 2 simple jumps with a dash at the right time, and you get through the hole.
See if she gets it.
Ceci's got it.
Gonna have to do the
Alright,
back.
so yep, back up strat now, which is a double lift. Yep, gets a double lift. There we go. Beautiful.
Right over
clean.
that trigger, or right over
Lovely.
that wall. There's an invisible wall there that you have
Lovely.
to get over. When I started running way back when, we didn't have the jump through strat. I know you were from before me even, so
Yeah, no, we had the even when I started running, it was about a couple of months in before we even had the the double lift, yeah. And even when the double lift happened, we were all kind of, a bit blown back. But now the double jump, it is very tight. It's
It is
very
very
hard
tight.
to, yeah.
it's deceivingly
very-
hard. It looks so easy.
Hmm.
Alright, gets the quick kill on Ingalls. That's good.
Yeah, that was clean. That was good.
Very clean.
Alright, Qusteka's up to the suicide part now. Oh, don't know what he's doing.
Come
there.
on, Moose.
There he goes, there he goes.
Gets it. Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
There we go. Thanks,
Oh, he
Spikes.
died. I don't know. Ooh.
Okay, so
This
Qusteka's-
that's never happened
Qusteka's
before.
is on loadless. I think Ceci's run may have changed over to loadless as well. That's what it looks like.
This is your commander.
That's definitely what it is. So I think that they switched out the timers for us. That's really great. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much to Teo.
Yeah. Realistically speaking, anything can happen. For those of you who are at home rooting for Qusteka, the hype champion, the people's champ, not Bobby Scar. Don't get confused. Qusteka over here, really doing it for the viewers. If you're rooting for him, there is still a shot. Anything can happen. There's still a lot of race left. So we're coming into negotiations, which is another timed section. And basically,
It's a time section with a twist nowadays.
yeah. So that's pretty fun. You're on it. Also, if you do want to see spear dashing, look at Qusteka's screen. You'll be able to see it.
He's actually gone back to dash swinging for now.
Yeah, he was doing it. Of course, he stopped right when I said that.
Do you think he got a little bit embarrassed?
My name is Adam. The aliens you seek are
No, I think it might have been the moves.
centuries ago.
Yeah, putting too much pressure on the boy. Let's see how it goes.
Wiped out.
So he's coming up to the angle skip again. Hopefully he gets the jump right.
The double jump every.
As Shabu said, it sounds so simple, yet it is very hard. We'll see how it goes. So he's jumping over the barricade here.
Too many turns in this section. That's a good point. Oh, misses that.
That's okay.
That's kind of
Only
unfortunate.
a couple of seconds.
Yeah, but in this race right now, every second kind of counts because he's coming up on negotiations, which is a time section. So what Ceci's doing over here is doing really clean combat and killing Eve very early on, and then she's going to counterattack here, use that to get a lift, and then do a high jump maneuver, which I kind of explained earlier, stringing all these moves together to get over that invisible wall, get into these caves again, doing a little bit more fancy movement to get there, and then clear out all the
He's
enemies.
gone for the angle skip.
Oh,
Does get it.
does not get it. Gonna have to
Back up, back up. Alright, let's see how it goes. Yeah, he's got the double lift.
Got it.
There he is. Very
Great.
nice.
That was clean.
Yep. Alright, so back to Ceci. We got Ceci going for the titanium alloys, I believe.
Oh, going for VC3. That's pretty hype.
Maybe.
Seeing VC3 and Virtuous Dignity in the same race. Would
No,
be-
no. Going for XP.
Yeah. And this also allows you to dash heavy through caves on your way out. As opposed to just dashing, you get a little bit more speed going through this cave system. Most runners these days do go for that negotiations so they can clear out the enemies or get a small chest full of titanium alloys, which you need to upgrade Virtuous Contract, which I've said is VC, up to VC3, which is Virtuous Contract, the tiny sword on your back.
What a pain.
Stop complaining.
Qusteka had a very clean angles fight there. The fight unit. Good job to him.
So Qusteka
He's
is,
on his way to negotiations now.
how far
And,
behind do you think he is right now?
Access to those?
Oh, I would pin it at around
They let you transfer your consciousness to a temporary body
around
back
3
in the
minutes.
Here,
They're what?
Maybe 3.5. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a pretty harsh deficit, but again, anything's possible. This game
Can
does
be
like
made up, an Adam 2 death will cost you 4 minutes. An Eve death, depending on where you die, could cost you anywhere up to about 2 minutes.
tons of stuff can happen in Factory.
Yeah, factory. I would say nowadays is one of the major pain points. Even for the more experienced runners. Like, you know, we're within the community, we still see our fair share of our daily Discord posts going, oh,
Why don't we rest
Big.
a little bit, 2B?
am I legally allowed to say heck?
I'll rest if
Well, I just said it. Heck,
Oh no!
heck. I said
Alright,
it.
Pipes, we're getting something in from.
Yep, done it now. Yeah,
Can't say that.
every
Not
day,
allowed.
every day we'll see a couple of hecking hell. I really hate factory skip in the Discord. So definitely a pain point.
So yes, cousin de Bess. There is one skip, but it's really not. It's not a whole lot. It's called Shabu skip. I don't know why they named it that. It's originally named. I guess I can see why they. It's originally named, like Second Deep Factory skip or something. Whatever. That will save you a bit of time, but I don't know if Ceci's going for that or not. And if Qusteka does get it, that would honestly be really hype. I don't think I've seen anyone actually successfully do it in a race. But that is one optional skip.
Qusteka might come through.
I know. I mean, we just saw Auto
People's
Roller
Champion.
Coaster. People's champion right now.
People's champion.
Should have named it Wabu Skip. Oh.
Alright, so he's going for the... Yep, alright.
Oh, we've got Mom
Got the
Skip
double
coming
X.
up here on Cecilia's, since we haven't talked about that.
Oh,
Very
Ceci's going
minor
for Mom
skip.
skip. I believe.
Oh.
Very nice. Beautiful.
Say,
Lovely.
TV,
Alright, we're coming up to the pipes
do you
pit.
think you'll be
What that is
following
basically
me
just,
9S works just fine.
Whoa.
I want Shabu to make construction sounds again. Here you go. Tech, just for you.
Man, this job can be pretty rough
That's all I can really do. But
We don't
basically
get to choose our
that
assignments.
Mom
And
Skip
we
is
should
just
work
a
on keeping our
fancy
opinions in check. You're
double
not
lift
allowed to
and
emotion,
crazy,
remember?
just some crazy movement for literally like a couple seconds, just to skip a small robot child.
The records say it was
talking to
once
his
a
mother.
facility known as a shopping center.
You want to explain this whole section? I need to. I
I'm a
need to
big
have some
fan of
water.
this section. Yeah. So what we have here is another dialogue skip. So you'll talk to 9S and then start walking forward, and that skips over a decent chunk of dialogue. Now going into here, we've got four robots that come down. We just beat them up a little bit, blow them into smithereens, and out pops a mule from one of them, and that begins our trek into the forest.
I'm sorry, Pipes. I'm relatively new. I really don't know what's going on. How, like, why does the dialogue skip happen? I don't understand.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about that.
Just put you on the spot.
Yeah, just put me on the spot. So we found, how long ago was it? Maybe about half a year? No, longer than half a year. Like probably around like September
When I was
last
still
year.
running A to
Just
Z.
ahead.
Yeah, so around September last year, we found out that if you open up a dialogue with 9S, if you walk over a trigger point that triggers a dialogue, it'll actually skip over that dialogue in order to keep the one with 9S open. So there's various points throughout the run where we kind of abuse this as well, like these sort of dialogue skips, like overlapping dialogue in a sense.
Yeah.
Other points you can see it would be after negotiations, running out of the because Qusteka's coming up to it right now.
They'll
If he
see
gets
a dialogue skip at
Yeah,
Adam.
he's going. Oh, I think he got it. Yep, there we go.
He got it.
There's another example of the 9S skip.
There was also a really big one at Adam, mansplaining skip.
Don't listen to what they're saying.
Yeah,
too
yeah, that's another.
But we'll
that's another
explain that.
dialogue.
We'll explain that in a bit. My personal favorite is the Pod Pat dialogue skip, which we don't actually use, but it's just a lot
That's
of
from
fun.
Aeon's past. Yeah.
It's from Aeon's past. And basically, if you didn't know, you're watching at home and you played the game, go ahead and, if you're playing on PC, jiggle your mouse around. Move it in a circle. You'll actually end up patting your pod and giving them a little bit of affection. Ceci
It's actually got some
not going
pretty
for
cute-
Rainbow Road, which kind of surprises me,
I think it's more just marathon safe.
I guess.
If anything. Yeah.
Oh, that was good. That's
Yeah.
clean. Basically, what
Normal Mario Kart.
you go for it.
Oh,
Again,
Mario Kart.
I'm passing
Well, yeah. So Mario Kart is typically would cross over a broken bridge. However, with Mario Kart, we hit a trigger within the castle gates by plunging up to a certain point, and then voiding out. And then after that void out, we respawn at where the castle gates would spawn us if we were to void out within there. Comes in pretty handy. Do you wanna illustrate a bit of what's happening here?
Fancy pantsy out of bounds in my area.
Lots
Basically,
of stuff happened there.
yeah, you clip out on that route, you do some fancy stuff, as I said, and then the developers actually were so kind and gave those windows collision for some unknown reason, because you can't go over there in the normal game, but they have collision.
And
For
also the
whatever
stairs in the
reason.
background as well.
And the stairs in the background, so you can just
Stairs
go
have
up.
collision. Yeah.
You can go up those windows. Just keep on climbing. Get over there.
You reckon they just kind of like copy pasted that in their like world builder? Oh, Qusteka missing the mum skip.
Why?
Let's go, 9S.
To be.
I reckon they just like copy pasted the stairs in there from like another asset in game and just forgot to remove the collision.
Oh, probably. Now, this is a fight that is very punishing for runners when they just start. Obviously, for a runner as seasoned as Ceci, it's not going to be a problem, but A2 can be very punishing when you're first learning the game. She's very fast, dashes in and out, goes down.
Holy moly, that's a quick A2.
That was a pretty fast
53
A2.
minutes.
Jumping over a trigger here, because normally this will push you, will kind of eat you up and spit you back out. Back that way, it makes you go out that window, and that loses about like 2 minutes of time, I feel like. Oh, misses
Ceci
that.
getting cocked here. Fuck. Not that heck. Legally not allowed to say that.
God. We were doing so well.
Yeah, I did it. It's happened. The floodgates have opened.
You
No,
think you're a big man, Pipes, don't you?
Yep.
But anyways, so basically what happened there is Ceci, she tried to slow-mo so that those enemies wouldn't come in and block out the save.
It'll be faster.
The save point. Sorry, I'm reading chat and trying to interact with chat while also trying to be engaging as a commentator. Blech. Anyways, basically, you want to slow down the enemies so they don't block off that save point, and you can get in there and teleport back to Pascal's village to do all of this stuff. Basically, this is just kind of going through plot points, story beats as quickly as possible. Qusteka kind of stumbling a little bit on the on some of the spear dashes there. It is a very straight technique.
Yeah, I think he's still getting used to the technique. As we've previously said, it's only been in about the last week when spear dashing has come back into the fray.
Yeah, it's been around for longer categories like E, A to Z, and 98%, but it's really not been a thing for A runners, so a lot of them aren't familiar with it.
Myself included. I've got no idea how the hell it works. So
Canaris, I legally can't answer that on stream. So,
it's PG-13, but yeah,
it is PG-13.
Yeah.
But
Let's take 'em out already.
probably
the,
push it. Keep it.
flooded
simple.
city skip. Basically, what we do there is you plunge down, do another plunge, get yourself right up in there, and then you get enough height to trigger the cutscene of discovery, and then you void out, go back up there, and then you go over here, where Ceci's at now, which is what we call shore.
Ooh, Qusteka's going for Rainbow Road.
Oh, Qusteka is the hype champion.
Yeah, it's really gone for it.
Oh no!
Oh, will he
That's
make it?
heartbreaking.
Oh, damn.
Oh, the hype champion.
Right, going for the old Mario. Let's see how he goes. Yep. Normal
Run
normal
terminal.
Mario Kart.
Machines.
What's the name of the weird chicken thing?
The weird chicken thing?
I may have come up with an interesting name for it the other day, with the aid of Marble.
Oh, is
I
this
don't
one of
remember,
those,
if I'm being
is this
honest.
one of those in-joke memes?
One of them, spicy memes.
Yeah, oh, one of those kinds. Wow.
Yeah, that's spicy. I need to get
no.
close to my mic, put it in my mouth a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
We're coming into on Cecilia's screen, we're going into the most...
Qusteka's going up the wrong window.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
Can
this
he
is
do it?
good.
Can he
This is
salvage?
right. This is right. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's good.
Second window.
Okay.
Second window's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you freak out?
It's
You freaked me out.
It's
The
one of
third-
the windows further off to the left where if you the top there, it removes the collision for the stairs.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
if you go too far to the left, you
Oh,
very
this is the
rarely
pod
see it
launch.
happen.
Okay,
But
well,
it is heartbreaking to see it happen.
It is. It wastes a lot of time.
It's a nightmare. Yeah.
Especially if you go inside the castle, you clip inside the castle, that is just... Oh, God. That is a slog.
Okay,
Speaking of slog.
Yeah, slog. I was about to say, do you want to explain why we're both collectively kind of sighing here?
Alright, this is our real close friend. We've spent a lot of time with him as runners, Groon. And if you're unfamiliar with the run, it's for the most part an auto-scroller. That very first shmup sequence actually does have optimization, but this is actually an auto-scroller. There are a couple parts that aren't, which we'll point out. Goliath Flyer is not an auto-scroller. Alright, so it's not an auto-scroller.
It's
But
still,
it is
trash,
sleep.
though.
It is Resident Sleep. But Goliath Flyer is not an auto-scroller. And cores are not auto-scrollers. But this part, yeah, this is pretty much timed.
Now, I believe on one of the previous races we had on Speed Gaming, we had a few people offer up a bounty, a collective bounty for whoever can find the
I
Groon
think it's
skip.
at around 1,000.
It was about 1.1k.
It's about 1.1k. So if anyone can find this skip,
I'm gonna up my offering by another $200. So I'll say, alright, so now it's at a 1.3k.
I can't
So,
up it
whoever
$200. But
yeah, up it a little bit.
I'll up it by 50.
Alright, so about 1.35k is what we're dealing with. So whoever can find a way to skip Groon in the A route.
Get 1.35k in the bank.
Hot money.
Real money, the best money. It's just money. I don't know why I said that. It's just money. As I said,
Good
so
money.
there's a few parts that aren't auto-scroller territory. This is one of them. What Ceciliya is doing there is just pod programming the ever-loving heck out of it, and basically just killing it. Honestly, it's a fancy way of saying just good fight. We are serious. Like, we're being dead serious about Groon skip. By the way, we will actually pay you. Like,
Even just watching this, I'm bored. Like, I don't want to watch this.
Marky already has it, and he's waiting for the bounty to get higher.
God.
Nah, Marky would tell me.
He would.
Marky and I are pals.
Oh, man, this is so... Groon sucks, man. Like,
Groon
okay,
does,
Groon-
from
Groon
a
is
from a
really
casual
cool.
perspective, it's very
Yeah.
cool.
It's oh Christ! Qusteka has missed the flooded city discovery.
If you want to see
so-
someone else miss that, you can watch my races. Zing.
Looking forward to it.
Anyways, continue. Alright, that was my poor attempt at humor. That's why I avoid it. I am curious if Qusteka, though, knows that you have to do the void outs to get the skip, the dialogue skip at the end here. Because if he doesn't know that, this is going to be a very painful
he's gonna lose a
experience.
bit more time, yeah.
That's something that not a lot of newer runners actually
How
know,
long-
is that
how
you
long has
have
he
to
been
do.
running for?
Oh no, he's not going for it. Oh no, he's gonna get. He's gonna. There's a dialogue skip you do at the end of the fight here, but you have to void out here so that it skips out. That's really unfortunate. Oh, hold up, you by accident.
Far's in the party.
Far's joined.
Yeah, so Ceci's still going on Groon. That's a real fun 11 minutes.
It's a good 11 minutes of your
Oh,
life.
it just sucks,
spent.
man. Like, it's so bad.
Oh, Qusteka having a little bit of a hard shore fight with the spinner.
Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't really take a toll on his psyche.
That's
'Cause
true.
He's going pretty well, but like, you know, when you start racing, you do get a bit of anxiety coming into the
You get
frame.
some nerves. There's a lot more people watching than the normal 5 to 10 that we get on our runs. So I do understand.
We're a very popular community.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all right.
Qusteka's just gonna wait it out.
Oh no.
That's
yeah.
unfortunate.
So
that's a lot of time lost.
he is aware then.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, that little head shake in the camera was heartbreaking. Qusteka, the people's champ, you gotta believe in yourself. The people want to see you succeed, they want to see you do well. The hype that you brought with virtuous dignity, you gotta keep this up, man.
Beautiful stuff.
So Qusteka going into the exciting part.
I've got
Ceci getting a pretty decent core on the left while we're obsessing over the hype monster That is Qusteka.
Yeah.
Then we can explain how core fights work in the next one.
Yep.
You want to go ahead and take take center stage?
Take the lead on green. Well,
Oh, come on! It's got an
Green is
electromagnetic
very
barrier
fun
over its whole
when you play the
body.
game casually, because like it's a very refreshing bit of gameplay. That like you don't really expect at all. You know, like
Are you your
you kind of go into Green and you're like, yeah, this is.
Ceci doing the fun strats.
What's she doing? Oh, she's flying.
I brought this up in a couple streams yesterday, and you can just keep going into
Yeah, you
Green
can.
forever.
2B, let's leave this area to the reinforcements.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, like Green is a lot of fun casually.
Bye,
It's really
Ceci.
cool music, really cool boss, top-down shooter. For fans of like Toho and Raiden, other games like that, like you'll love it. You'll have a great time. As a
I mean, the
speedrunner, of
gameplay is
game,
tight.
yeah, like it's great. But like as a speedrunner, my god, it just kills. It kills all momentum. You're just kind of sitting there. You're like, I'll do this. I'll optimize that. Are you having fun?
We need more firepower.
Not really.
No. And then this, you wait for him to open up his mouth, and then you just shoot that
Yep.
EMP blast, rail cannon right into his mouth.
Hot rail load right in there.
I was trying to avoid saying something, but all right, and we're back. We're back inside the flight suits as we wanted to be, but we are gonna have a little bit more people dependent, like user input dependent gameplay coming up with 2 cores back to back. Which, if you want to explain how you do core fights, which are actually fairly difficult.
Yeah, like they've actually got a real kind of tight timer to them. So the core fights, you'll come to various points on Green where you've got like 4 individual cores they have to kill before you can expose the central bit. Now, if you play your cards right, you can probably kill like you can two-phase it. So you can kill 2 cores on one turn before he turns it around. However, it is very tight timing. It's around what I usually do myself. 5 light weapon, well, 5 light attacks onto it.
It's usually 6 for me, but
Yeah. I usually do 5 and then start shimmying away whilst firing. You gotta go.
yeah, I think that's the correct
right
way.
onto the other one. Do another 5 attacks and it's done. But
the
it
thing
is,
is,
like,
if you miss it,
it's tight.
you can get a 2 cycle, but that's pretty much RNG dependent. Again, one of the only parts of the game that is actually RNG dependent, but it can be avoided by good gameplay. And that's an important thing to think about.
Yes, good gameplay.
No. Abyss XOXO, don't wish Grun upon anybody. That's heartbreaking for me to see. Think about their family. Think about Fudge's family.
Do you want to put your family through
Grun?
11 minutes of auto-scroller?
Oh, here we go, core fight, as we were talking about, getting a little bit of extra
Alright, here we
damage
go.
on the top.
Alright, Ceci's on phase 1 now, yep.
Oh,
Swapping
this is
over.
actually
1,
looking really
2,
good.
3, 4, 5.
Ooh, gets it.
Beautiful.
Let's see.
Very nice. Alright,
And-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, good.
Oh.
On to the other one. 1, 2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5.
6.
Lovely.
And
Yeah.
pod program.
Oh,
Oh,
was she too close? I think she might have been too close there.
that's
Maybe.
definitely possible.
We might have ate a few rounds. Anyways, like that was still great. Like that's a perfect example of
That was
of a-
fantastic core.
yeah, wonderful job.
Kazan, the best. We've had a real good thing going. You and I've loved our interactions. But I gotta say, man, you can't tease me like that. You can't say, you guys see the new Grun skip. You can't tease me like that.
$1,000 does a lot of things to a man.
I know. Oh god, I
might
could
have
use
it.
that money. I'm gonna search for Grun skip. It's alright, Kazan. You're great. I still
Alright,
love
so
you.
we've got both runners are now coming up to another call instance. Ceci's coming up to the final call. Qusteka's coming up to the first call. I think Unfortunately, I think Qusteka might be a little bit behind now. He might be about like 4 or 5 minutes behind. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate for our champion.
Yeah,
Who got virtuous dignity. Neither of them actually checked for VC3. Which is surprising.
Yeah. I was actually pretty surprised about that. I thought
That being said,
being in a racing environment, you would like, especially if you've nailed that out of bounds there, you would have absolutely gone for it.
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, VC3, Virtuous Contract 3, as I've said about 1,000,000 times, I think that joke is long dead. The thing about VC3 is it does screw up certain skips. It messes up the... Oh my gosh. Ceciliya with some heartbreaking RNG there.
Yep.
Two extra cycles. Really unfortunate.
It happens to the best of us. Alright, Qusteka's going for a 2 cycle. Oh no. Oh, Qusteka's gonna go to 3 cycle.
That's
You actually very rarely see that happen. When you've killed both cores for it to go cycle around and put you out of the game.
That is very unfortunate.
Let's see how he recovers now.
Oh, not getting this. Oh no, the buffs have run out. He needs to rebuff and he needs to do another pod program. Ceci gonna do something very interesting here, which is just similar to Mario Kart skip, where you just set your spawn point to somewhere else, and that's exactly what she's doing.
Even more than that, we've got a big pain point for a lot of new runners coming up.
Ooh,
Copied City Clip. There's this skip here. It cuts out. I'd say it cuts out. What would you say, about maybe
30,
like 40 seconds around?
I thought it was around 30, but I guess yeah.
Yeah. So Copied City Clip. I would actually hazard a guess.
Knaris is in the chat. He will correct us.
Yeah. I would say I would hazard a guess and say it does. It is probably one of the most precise skips you can do in the game.
I believe it's nearly pixel perfect.
Yeah. Alright, Ceci's going for the the background lineup.
And doesn't quite get it. Very close. When you that's the closest you can be without actually getting it.
Yep.
I know my heavy holds. I know my heavy holds, Pipes. That's the only skips I ever find.
I use a different lineup myself. Right, Ceci's realigning here. Oh, doesn't get it again.
She needs to go a little bit to the left.
There we go.
Perfect. There we go.
There we are.
Gonna go down here, open up this elevator, and go into. That was a little scary.
Wait for it to spawn, yeah. Accidentally hits the map. What's going on with Ceci?
Oh no. Oh no.
Hmm?
This is
She right?
I'm not entirely sure what's happening, to be honest. Ceci grabbing a drink. Kazan. I actually don't know. I don't think so.
That can be a little bit rude.
It'd be a little bit BM. Be very bit BM, actually. Is that... Did she soft lock? I didn't see. Is there something wrong?
No, the game's running. She opened up the menu. Hopefully we hear something soon.
This is very unfortunate because
maybe oh no.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Maybe it was just a little emergency or something.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
Yeah, all right. Well, back to it. Yeah.
Good job, Ceci.
All right. Hope everything's okay.
Hope everything's okay.
Yeah.
She's a great runner.
Alright, so Qusteka's still in the auto-scroller section. What is he up to now? Is he up to... He would be on the second? Yeah, I believe.
Looks like he's going up on his second, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, and Ceci's coming up to the mansplaining skip.
It was a pop top and not a screw top, is what Kazan says.
Oh, fuck. I can't say that. My bad. I mean... I'm so used to just talking casually. This is the first time in a long time.
Darn it. Okay, coming up on mansplaining skip, which we have brought up before as a dialogue skip of sorts. This is a very precise skip. Gets it first try. That's awesome, actually.
Yeah,
very fantastic.
Job. Lovely job.
That's a very hard skip, especially for newer runners. Very difficult, very precise. Have to lodge yourself right in between that invisible wall and.
I will say something. It has become a lot easier since we started doing a more extended jump leading up to it. I remember just when we started playing around with mansplaining, we used to only do like one lift and then a plunge. Then I think like.
Do you mind if I?
A week or two.
I'm
oh
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Do you
this
mind if
part.
I-
Yeah.
So this is the dialogue skip part. Pod is going to Oh.
The core of
Oh.
is
Wait, no, don't tell me.
That's unfortunate.
steal, kill.
At least it wasn't a soft lock.
No, not.
Yours for.
You know nothing.
Oh, she was too quick off the gun.
Have I
Ah,
Didn't-
I missed it.
You normally have to wait for Adam to say only then, and then it skips all of this dialogue.
can be so painful. I strive to attain
And so
less
this is all the dialogue you'd be skipping, and it's because Pod says something like report. Need to return back to mission area or something. I'm sure someone
Yeah,
actually
just
in the
something
chat
like
knows.
yeah,
I
because
never
the-
actually listened to it.
Yeah, in the story here, Adam has 9S hostage, and you're coming down here to save him. However, you've already started the fight, so the pod doesn't really want you to, run away from saving your teammate here.
This used to be, before we had mansplaining, I actually used to take out my classical guitar and play it on stream. Because we used to hide behind this block, and if you've seen this game run at SGDQ and half ran it or anything like that, that's what they did back in the day, to just hide behind that block. And that was, when a lot of runners went for
Bathroom
that.
break.
And wash their hands.
Gotta wash your hands.
Yeah, but now with
Keep clean.
mansplaining, it skips all of that. Make sure that the run is high octane aside from Grun.
Alright, Cersei working her way through the swaying for the fight to finish here. So,
Alright.
in the first phase of this fight, you actually can't like progress to the next bit until he's done with all his dialogue. However, if you take all of his health out, he'll just start teleporting around wildly. So you want to leave him with a little bit of health left, so you can just keep on peppering him with some rounds.
Come on, Ceci.
Yeah.
She needs to get in that right mindset. I know she
Yeah.
can do it. I know she can have a really good run. Let's see
There we go.
the rest of this. Also, Qusteka coming up on Final Core, I believe.
Yeah, this is final call. There
Honestly,
we go.
I didn't want to watch a lot of Grun again. I'm just gonna level with you guys, viewers.
Me too.
Everything I feel like I could have said
Oh.
about. Oh no!
Oh no, Ceci missed it. Right there, there's an android standing by a computer, and looping back to our previous talk about dialogue skips, you can use the dialogue from that android. If you initiate a conversation with them and then jump over, over into like another trigger area, you can overwrite that trigger essentially, and skipping this very long chunk of dialogue here. And what we do with that is we use that extra time we gain to buy skill salves for the final boss.
I don't personally. I
You
use
don't
that time
really?
to just get over there. No, I don't do. I do
Oh.
pod launch, punch,
Malay.
heavy
Yeah.
plunge.
You're a Malay boy.
I'm a Malay boy. That is correct.
Both in Smash Bros and Nier.
That is correct. But yeah, there's a few different things that people do. But what Ceci did is the backup strat. You go over to that, get the thing, and I think she'll probably go for an SD to get that little hobble forward, which is faster than the walk animation that you're stuck into when talking to Pascal, which you can talk about again because I'm forcing it on you.
Putting me on the spot here.
Obviously, of course I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm always going to put you on the spot.
I know you, gamer.
Spot
There's one gamer
was
to
meant
another.
for you.
I know you. Hey, gamers.
I like to think you do.
Yeah. Actually, before we get up to all the factory skips, we've got Qusteka
It's coming up.
on the mansplaining. Let's see how it goes.
Sounds good.
Got about 15 seconds until he begins. Ceci going for the lewd strat.
Qusteka going for the swag.
Hmm.
Did you see that? Do you
No, I
see
didn't,
that
no.
stupid rock physics
I was
in
focusing on. I was focusing on.
Even you?
Qusteka, a people's champ to the very end, really doing it for the views. I really appreciate that. I appreciate him going for all of the
Oh,
swag
he's going
possible.
mansplaining.
Oh, running into it, that's pretty difficult in my opinion. Oh,
Oh,
gets it first
there he
try.
goes. There he goes. Right, beautiful.
Wow.
Right in
Beautiful. Qusteka did the slide. Yes, that's right, Tech. Lewd plus swag at the same time. What more could you
Yeah.
ask for? Win Super. What more could you ask for?
What
So
a
we're
holy
getting
day.
into
A truly blessed
factory.
day.
Getting into factory territory. What part of
Mm.
this? What parts of this do you want? We'll tag team. We'll just.
Oh, I think there's a bit
WWE
too
Super
much
Slam.
to. I think there's a bit too much to really get into detail here. There's a lot going on. So pretty much like to kind of sum up factory.
Wait, one
we're
sec,
using.
let me see.
Oh wow, that was really ballsy. Whew. My God.
He did it at the right time, and that's how much time that can save.
Yeah,
That actually puts, if he gets the dialogue skip, that actually puts him a bit closer if he has a really clean Adam fight here. Like he gains some time. On,
But doing a spear plunge into that's really
ooh, that's kind of
like you're in
Ooh.
peak softlock territory there.
holding my breath. If
Yeah.
you get closed inside that elevator, it's curtains. It's over for you.
Like
What
that, like you actually can't recover the run. Like you can reload a save, but at this point your last save is Pascal after Bovar,
Yeah.
30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, props to Qusteka really bringing out the showmanship on this run.
Absolutely. I honestly didn't know he was such a showman myself, but
Yeah,
I'm
me
so
neither.
happy to have been commentating this. Oh boy, that always makes me nervous.
Wait, is he not using?
Buffs?
is he not
I don't
using
think he's using
defensives?
defense buffs.
Oh my God, he's going all in.
I also respect the balls out approach.
Yeah.
It is
Going
just
right in.
just going into it.
All right, so
Okay, so
Ceci's coming onto a part that is really annoying to explain because there's so much happening. Initially, you want to try and kill all these boys as fast as you can to initiate a trigger. Then you take an elevator that goes downstairs and use an out of bounds to reset that elevator, which will allow you to come back up to where we are currently. And from there, we use a lot more triggers scattered around the deep factory map.
this is
by out of bounds means.
the
anyway.
hardest skip in the game, I would say.
Yeah, definitely like
From a
risk versus perspective, absolutely the hardest.
See, I'd say CCC is the most precise, but the getting the hold, getting when to hover down and void out is that's some pretty tight timing. Okay,
Oh,
so what
very
you'll see,
quick, very quick.
Ceci getting that clip out. This is going to reset that elevator. She's going to go over to the end, clip out of the top again, and then plunge down the side of one of the silos, which we've discussed are the big round cylindrical areas. What she's going to do then is when she gets to a certain point, she's going to hold onto pod and hover down slowly. This will make the game think, oh no, 2B's out of bounds, reset her. But what's actually going to happen is she's going to hit one of the triggers, and then the game's going to say, oh, she's out of bounds, reset her to the last place she stood up.
But
then she's gonna
maintaining
get
that
put back
triggered
there.
state. Right,
And then,
here it comes.
but
Here
the
it comes.
trigger,
The door's open.
there it is. She
Yeah,
gets
there we go,
reset.
very
That's
nice.
the trigger. And then she's going to go over
That
here
is
and
that is
skip.
honestly the hardest part.
That is the hardest part. She's
Yeah.
going to get this. She's going to get
Yep,
this.
got it. Beautiful.
Perfect. Did not land behind the
Wonderful factory by Ceci.
awesome factory.
Like there
Really
is,
consistent.
I think in a
Oh.
race format, there's way too much happening there to explain it properly. Like
think I
it
did
is
as much
so
as I could.
content. Yeah, like you did a pretty good job. Man. It
One,
is so heavy.
One thing I'd like to point out that we didn't get to see because we did lewd percent on Ceci's screen is since Qusteka got that dialogue skip, we have how else do I put this? If you look up 2B's skirt, she swipes away the camera. But if you have it on a no auto camera lock on, then where's she go? Where's Qusteka's just waiting? If you have
Yeah,
the
he's
camera
waiting.
not on auto, then it doesn't move. So she keeps trying to swipe it away, and it's slightly faster than that slow walking that Pascal makes.
Saves like half a second or something.
It's ridiculous. But
It's a swag strat, really. Like through and through, 100% a
it
swag
does
strat.
technically save time, though, so
Yeah,
got a good excuse.
yeah, yeah. It's not all swag, but it's.
By the way,
You're really funny
Ceciliya,
about it.
Ceciliya chilling out of bounds right now. Technically out of bounds. That's not mandatory. That's not something that's going to save you time, but it definitely saves you some hardships because you are out of range of Mr. Ball here, which is Soshi.
Soshi. Kokushi is up next.
Soshi. There we go. I finally got it right. I just called them the balls.
Guys,
Yep. And so she might be waiting for a sound cue. Maybe she just knows the timing. But when the lights go out, you can actually attack him. You don't want to break any legs. This is just clean combat. Let's see how she does. Oh,
well, getting the chop, that's a pretty annoying move to get.
that is pretty
so
annoying.
Soshi has a very diverse selection of moves that he can give you.
Oh,
now she's
no.
getting like
Perfect
a tail
dodges.
popping out one. It's good. Alright, hopefully no legs are breaking here. Yep.
Nope. That's good.
Very nice, Soshi.
Oh, Qusteka. Always the hype monster.
What did he go
Just-
for?
He just
Did he go
he
for
just-
the?
Yeah, he skipped Mook's room.
Oh no!
Oh.
What's happening to him?
Oh, he's
He might
fine.
have- He might have swagged a little bit too hard here. Oh no,
He's
he's
fine.
good. He's good.
He's fine.
He's back in it.
So you can go out of bounds there and just get this to trigger, but you lose out on all of that juicy XP that you are going to need to going into this final boss rush, basically.
Oh, he's got Pascal trapped outside by the
Oh,
robots.
As I've always
Oh, no,
said,
there we go. He's in.
Pascal is a piece of cabbage.
Piece of heck.
Ceciliya not going for I hate calling it this. Not going for Shabu skip. Feels very strange to say that. Which honestly, why would you? Unless you're trying to be cool.
Qusteka's right in the thick of the factory. Look
Yep.
here.
Right at the beginning
Alright,
here.
he's yep. Lining
going
up the
with the-
9S room skip.
Going with the strat that I go with. Oh,
Yeah, the what? This one's
the
the
pod launch.
V2.
Oh, never mind. Doing
Oh,
the heavy
the
hole.
OG. Yeah.
And Ceci coming into this final boss rush, which is basically just
Boss
That's
after
exactly what
boss
it
after
sounds like.
boss, Yeah.
does Shabu even
Alright.
Shabu skip? Shabu tries to Shabu skip. I'm really bad at all of the things that I've helped make.
No
Ooh,
thanks.
nice movement by Sassy there.
Pretty good movement. I think it could have been slightly crispier if she had angled a little bit to the right. You can do that
Qusteka's
without
coming
landing
up.
on that platform. Okay, come on,
Qusteka's
Qusteka.
Up into the meat and potatoes here.
We don't want to see crushers today. We don't want to see crushers.
Alright, come on. You got it, baby.
Oh, gets it.
There
That's
we are,
perfect.
there we are.
I'm gonna
Good
clap
job.
because there's no one else here to clap.
I'm not receiving.
All right, Ceci. Ceci coming in.
Both runners getting through factory unscathed.
Oh
He's fine, he's
boy. Whew, if you land behind that barricade,
Game
that's-
over. Yeah.
You can actually. I think you can technically get out of it, but
Have you actually seen someone
Why
get
are
out?
their numbers increasing like
Mhm.
this?
I've gotten it.
Oh yeah, wow.
Contacting the bunker via
Look here,
laser
Mr.
beam.
Pipes.
Game.
I've I've
Pretty good game.
soft locked all but 2 races in my life. Non-spear Shabu skip kind of sucks. Shabu skip kind of sucks, just in general. But yeah,
I'm actually really happy that we have a race where both runners have gotten through factory.
yeah.
Factory is definitely like one of the. It's still a massive pain point for a lot of runners.
I missed it the other day.
Yeah, I miss it all the time in my own runs as well.
Yeah, me too. I have to do crushers too all the time. Oh, Qusteka on a very strange side of the.
I haven't seen one of those before.
Oh,
He was
okay,
dirty
it's fine.
coming
We're fine.
in.
We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think
Wait,
he's
if
going
he
in
drops,
the
is he
lava.
gonna?
I don't think he's going in the lava. It's fine.
Oh,
Ceci coming into this just combat. This is just pure, unadulterated, adrenaline pumping combat. And you got to play clean. You got to do everything well. Did she kill that last biped?
I don't think she did.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
oh,
gonna be
this
a
might
little
be
thorn in
risky.
her side here.
Oh, jeez,
Oh,
just
okay,
avoiding
gets
death
it.
there.
Oh boy, this is okay.
Very
Gets it.
nice,
Slow death
very nice
animation.
recovery.
That's pretty
Yeah.
annoying, but
Wasn't necessarily optimal, but Ceci improvised a lot there to kind
a lot of
come
runners
through
I think
the
would have possibly died there.
Yeah, I've actually died that attack where he slams his hands down and a big ring comes out.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually gotten me in the past a few times.
All right, so fun fact: this
Heartbreaking
electric
stuff.
water, we're just gonna go take a bath in it. It's fine. It doesn't hurt too bad. It's kind of like licking a battery. Don't worry about it. If you don't think about it, it's totally fine. Again, just good, clean combat. If you hear that little like noise, that is actually a crit, which means it's just doing tons more damage.
Because
See,
Seka
pretty-
just had a very clean.
Yeah, very clean, very clean ball one fight.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just so
Ceci's-
curious if he's gonna go for it.
Oh,
Ceci,
God,
very
Charlie.
clean. No, it looks like he's doing the running.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Let's take
So
at least he's
this
actually
is-
at least he's actually got his run charged up here.
So this
maybe
is an
good
interesting
use of
thing.
the
If you look at Ceci's screen, this little core fight that we have here, if you did this casually, it might have been a major pain for you. But we have a trick where if you just come up to this hill, he stays right there, and you can just attack him. He just chills right there. Oh no!
Well, Ceci's got
Looks
the
like we got
Apple
some
software
Windows.
update. Yeah.
Looks like we got some Apple software update. That's unfortunate. A lot of
Happens to
just,
the best of us.
you know, Apple wants to update.
Coming?
You don't, but you know what? Where's?
What do we do?
Oh, Qusteka goes for.
Yeah, he's going for that one. Yeah,
It was
and he's
really
free.
high up there. I guess
Very
it
nice,
worked.
Yeah. Yeah, like usually it's just a double jump and a pod
Honestly,
launch.
at this point, comparing these runs is kind of like comparing apples to apples. It's the Apple update. All right, that was my second attempt at humor.
Me too, thanks. Alright,
but
so
anyway,
Ceci's
so
coming up
after
on our
that-
core 2 here.
yes, and there are strats for this as well. After she finishes up these bad thug boys chilling at the gate here, trying to harass Pascal and his buddies, she's gonna run towards this small tree and then just wail, absolutely wail on this core snake coming out of the ground.
It's actually a lot of fun killing all those enemies in a row.
Oh,
Like,
it feels so
They
satisfying.
line up so perfectly for you. You just chuck out a
Oh.
couple of DGs and oh, beautiful.
Ceci's run has had some not great RNG, so hopefully this doesn't
Yeah.
land on the fence or anything like that. I really want to see her do something really cool.
Oh,
Oh no,
you
commentator's
jinxed her,
curse.
dude.
I'm
You
so
jinxed
sorry.
her.
Oh my gosh.
That's all your fault. Alright, she got it. She got it.
Oh,
We're good.
I am so sorry. Systematic technology. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good night. Sleep well.
Oh,
Oh, have a nice day at work.
That's just the kind of run Ceci's been having. Fortunately, she's such a great runner that it doesn't even matter.
I think she's on track for about a high 134.
Yeah, I think
Should be around there. Yeah.
I think she
Provided-
could probably go a
provided
little
Eve
bit
does
faster.
nicely.
You just worry about
She,
keeping
Yeah.
there's some leeway.
Alright, now I've got a Qusteka's actually gained a lot of time.
Yes, this is actually getting a lot
He's
closer
putting
than
in
I
work.
expected, if I'm being honest.
I think his buffs may have run out here though. Or,
They definitely did.
Yeah.
He wants to rebuff. That's something that I've been seeing from Qusteka quite a lot, is that he's kind of ignoring and forgetting about the buffs.
keep in mind he is a relatively new runner, so these things you learn over time.
Oh,
He's
I
still
totally
doing a
agree.
great job. Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely, really fantastic. This is looking to be a really good run from him, honestly. As for
Alright, Ceci's skips platforms on Eve phase 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Eve fight here, how many phases do we have? We've got 4 phases.
We'll never get anywhere.
The first phase is, you know, your old kind of melee. Second phase is a little bit more of melee. The third phase, I would hazard a guess and say that's probably the most dangerous phase.
I died on it. I did a practice race with one of the other runners. I I died on it because I pod launched and ate a million orbs in the face, and my buffs ran out at the same time. It's a very dangerous part of the run.
Oh, Remetsu was saying Qusteka's PB is 148.
148.
When
This
he's
is
gone
gonna
for a
be
time like this.
huge.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
going
gonna
to be a big
huge
PB for him.
improvement.
Unless he just hasn't submitted.
That's true.
Like, yeah. I know, I don't verify the runs anymore, so...
Yeah, I actually would have to check. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, so...
saying, never mind.
Yeah, so, Phase 3, I would say, is definitely the more hazardous section of Eve, as on Phase 4, you can actually, like, you lose all melee and pod program abilities, so you're just kind of wandering around the side, you know, being pretty conservative. However, in Phase 3, you've still got all your abilities at play, so you're taking a lot more risks and diving headfirst into Eve to try and...
That's a pretty good Phase 3.
Yeah. She's thrilled alive. Done well. Qusteka is at a 147. I wonder if Qusteka just hasn't submitted recently. If not, this would be a pretty big PB for him.
147.39 on the spreadsheet. Wow. Someone undercut their time a little bit. I did too, but wow. Okay, that was a very
oh yeah, Ceci coming in
cooperative, very cooperative last Eve phase.
Yeah, that was over in a blink of an eye.
It's okay.
Yeah, so Ceci's probably ending about like a 134, 35. That's a very respectable run.
Very respectable, especially considering she has definitely won the race. I mean, I guess that's... I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to say it after the split is passed. Okay,
there we go.
So she's obviously won the race with that. You might not be satisfied with the race, but you know what? You might not be satisfied with the run, rather. But if you won the race, that's kind of what matters in a tournament like this. What it boils down to is kind of, you know, going faster than the other person.
Oh, sorry. Just like to correct you there. It boils down to fun and love.
If we destroy this presiding
that's right. Love is very important.
The community spirit.
Good job, Ceci.
Boils down to.
What I was gonna say is actually that technically she could have had a problem there. I had a race with Marble the other day, and I got to the very end. I destroyed Eve, and as the cutscene started to end the game crashed, and my splits didn't count. Yeah, it was a good run too. It was decent.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
But yeah, good stuff from Ceci. Really good run. We saw it like
so
a bit of unluckiness, but wow, this is a pretty good first phase from. Oh, is he going for the oh, he's not going to be able to get it without. He's not going to be able to get it without the odds.
Oh yeah, no. He also the crit chips.
Oh, those are some juicy crits.
4 crits. 4 crits.
No, he's not going to get it. He tried to get the slow-mo at the very end, but doesn't quite get it. The hype champion, the hype monster, Qusteka.
The damage he's putting out.
This is
oh, his buffs, come on.
Oh,
get your buffs.
Please, you're making me... I'm holding my breath. Oh!
He'll buff you.
Pipes. Take my heart rate right now.
I'll
every
take
time. Every time I see him buffless, just shoots up at least 20 more times.
Yeah. He's really going for that community vote here.
Oh, absolutely.
He still hasn't buffed now. Oh, no, here we go.
Oh,
right,
here we go.
Right, and he's going for melee, as he doesn't have his skill salves.
Oh, but he does. He has VD.
Yeah, you can actually stay in the air for quite a bit due to that. Okay, we're going through.
Okay, come on. Gotta keep him taunted. This is so as a new runner, there's a lot of things that you need to keep in mind with combat, and I know I'm bringing this up late in the game, but you gotta keep things taunted, which is just flashing your flashlight super fast at the enemy, and then they deal more damage, but you deal more damage to them, and then you just gotta keep your buffs up. But
Big damage coming in from him.
wow, I'm surprised.
That last like 10 seconds there, that was a good chunk of his health bar.
I'm incredibly surprised that went that quickly without taunting. He's gonna have a really hard time with this. Never mind, it's taunted. We're good. He's gonna wanna have his.
Yep, he's got those buffs. All right, he's on it.
All right,
he's keeping an eye on it. We're good.
Eve being fairly cooperative. Oh, that's a really great attack.
Yeah.
Keeps him right there.
Oh, wow.
Eve being very cooperative. Perfect.
Dude, that was an
Skips
amazing
the cutscene. Wow, that was a great phase 4.
Why can't I get those?
I know, right?
Eve just runs around like a madman.
I am like a magnet,
I can always reload my
and Eve is like the same magnet.
But you'll lose you.
We go as
flipped
far
around.
from each other as
Yeah.
possible.
Moment.
No, because negative and positive attract, so positive and positive.
Upload this
Anyways,
corrupted
I'm not
data.
getting into science and magnets here. How do they work? That's an old meme,
How
Jack.
do they?
Great job
Do they?
to both runners. Honestly, very
well done
impressed
to them both.
personally.
Quality times. Have some quality runners.
Really great.
Really consistent play from Ceci, and very swaggy kind of plays from Qusteka. Oh, here he is.
Yeah,
How you
the
going? How you
hype
feeling?
monster himself.
Hey there. I'm feeling alright overall, just a bit of cold.
Oh, a bit of a cold playing, yeah. So taking on the spear early on. Was that always part of the game plan, or was that just a bit of a hey, show off a little bit here?
No, that's pretty much part of the plan. I've been doing that quite routinely recently, and
Very nice, yeah.
by now it's working pretty okay.
So, was that a PB?
Yeah, a pretty far PB.
Yeah,
Almost
by
4
about-
minutes
Congrats,
ahead.
man.
Wow.
Yeah, like we saw on the I think Rametsu brought it. Previous PB was at 147.
Yeah, that's on the leaderboards. I got 142 something in the meantime, and
Mhm.
now I'm
Yeah.
still pretty far ahead of that. I'm very happy
Jeez.
with my
That's
time.
3.5
a
minute
4
PB.
minute-
Well done, man.
3.5 minute PB. That is crazy in a race too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to be fair, I got a lot of time gained through VC3, even though I wasted quite some of my head time on the menuing. Yeah, that's why I sold some of the defense buffs. I
Wait a
wasn't
second.
actually
Wait,
a little
wait,
bit short of
wait.
getting VC3.
Okay, I must have missed that. You had VC3 and Virtuous Dignity.
Yes.
So we did see it in a run.
Jeez.
I'm
And
amazed.
And he still nailed the mansplaining.
Yeah,
I don't know. I usually just try my luck on the first one, and I'd say 1 in 3 times the first try just works with VC3 anyways, and if it doesn't work, I'll try to set it up better.
God damn.
wow.
You're killing it.
Well, I'm
Well done.
impressed.
Yeah.
You're
That
definitely
was
someone
kind
who's
of that was a bit sad that I messed up the copied, Flooded City Discovery just a little bit too far to the right. I lost like 45 seconds there, but still, it was a really good run overall.
Next time, man. Next
Yeah,
time you've got 45 free seconds to make up there.
with all this swag. It definitely looks like you're aiming to be a top runner, and I think you could definitely get there very soon. I was impressed.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Yeah.
You are succeeding.
It shows, yeah.
That's what you're
Doing
doing.
well. Are we getting Ceci in the chat?
I don't know.
Let me message her. I'd like to get a few words from her after.
It was actually a very fun run overall. Thank you guys for commentating, and thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting the tournament with us. And yeah,
Thanks
that's all I
for
wanted to
bringing the
say.
hype. Holy crap! You have no idea how
thanks for a beautiful
hyped I was.
show. Oh, that was a
You
pleasure
got-
to watch.
You've got some fans in the chat.
Oh,
You gained some fans. I'm not gonna lie.
So, was your time in what was your time in IGT? Was his time fixed?
Yeah,
The
both of their times were
Loadless.
fixed.
Oh, they were both fixed. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
they were both fixed.
Yeah.
Without us noticing.
Nice.
I checked the loads. They were both fixed. Those are the
Lovely.
those are the right times.
Yeah.
Are you adding it to the thing? Wow.
I've had sound muted on the game the whole time.
Is there any part in the run? I'm personally curious. Is there any part of the run that you haven't like nailed before in a run, but like totally got this time, or felt particularly good about, or anything like that?
I felt really good about the CCC version 2 with the spear. Usually it takes me 2 to 3 tries to set up, but this time it was just like jump and light attack and go, and I was through. That was
Yeah.
quite nice. And the Mook's room was a bit of a bummer. I wasn't sure whether to skip it or not, but I kind of got clipped too far into the wall and then got stuck there.
Yeah, I saw you get
Never
stuck a
happened to
little
me.
bit in there. Were there any parts in this run where you kind of, you know, like tensed up? You got a little bit nervous. Was there anything a little
To
bit
be
kind of?
perfectly honest, during the run-up to VD, my head was almost exploding. I felt like I'm about to faint. I was way too nervous doing that. I don't know why.
Wow.
I do that in every run, but doing it live on stream with people watching kind of puts you in a different position.
Oh, absolutely.
We were saying that earlier. We're like, oh man, I'm like wondering how you're feeling with all this running in front of a large audience. It really kind of gives you a little bit of anxiety, but I personally reckon you
For
held it well
sure.
together.
My fingers were doing things I wasn't expecting them to all the time, and I felt myself zigzagging non-stop, having maximum spaghetti, and all the dash cancels and all the like momentum lock. I don't know, just so many things that I could improve on.
Absolutely. You've got that adrenaline pumping. You're gonna be zooming for a while after this run.
I think so.
Oh, it's should be early on in the day for you right now. So,
No, not really. It's actually 7 p.m. now.
Oh, serious? Jeez, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at like GMT +8, so that's why it's pretty convenient timing for me.
Yeah. Oh, well, you still got a few hours before it's bedtime, so enough time for that adrenaline down.
All right. So, do you have anything to say to your? I think we're probably wrapping up here pretty soon. Do you have anything to say to your new fans that you made with all of the hype? Do you just anything you wanna say, plug, whatever?
Don't give up on Roller Coaster. Just keep doing it. Eventually, you'll get consistent at it. It's not really all that hard. It's just a very specific timing, and getting that down needs practice. And other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all again next time.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the electrifying run. I hope to see another one of your races. Even better if I get to commentate another one. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Ceci had to head off, so we won't be able to hear from her for now. But yeah, I think that'll close it up here, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone who's been working behind the scenes, Speed Gaming, the boys and leadership boys in Nier, and all the other guys who have been chipping in as well.
Thank you, Pipes, my co-commentator, for carrying me through the parts where I felt uncomfortable or couldn't speak correctly.
Said a lot of mouth words myself.
They came out.
Good toys. Yep, they happened.
We made noises that people could understand.
Some people, if they speak English.
Maybe 10. But anyway, we hope you guys had a good time, and I hope you guys continue to watch this journey as it unfolds. Very early stages, lots going to happen. There's going to be some crazy stuff. I guarantee it. This game is just too unstable for things to not go wrong. We're going to see some huge upset somewhere. I'm calling it now. You can quote me on that. One huge upset at least somewhere.
Are we going to see Bokushi not spawning?
Oh no. Not now. We just got hyped. I wanted to end on an up note.
All right. Yeah.
All right, gamers.
Yep. See you around, gamers.
See you guys next time.